Welcome to the TSSAA State Soccer Championships. The Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association reminds you that sportsmanship.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Chattanooga once again. It's Thursday afternoon here on this 1st of November 2012, and you see the referees and players for both teams coming out to midfield for the introductions of this big semifinal game in the TSSAA, easy for me to say, State Girls Soccer Championship Tournament. CPA, the Christ Presbyterian Academy Lions, are on the right in purple down below. On the left, it's the host school for this tournament, Chattanooga Christian School, the Chargers, in their all-white uniforms. And we see
Christ Presbyterian Academy
introductions.
led by head coach Brandy Gagliano.
Coach Brandy Gagliano is being introduced. Now, Lions come in at 19-2-2. Starters being announced: Roman,
Number 2, Caroline Conley.
Conley,
Number 5,
midfielder.
Andrus.
Maddie Andrus will play forward most likely.
Number 9, Lindsay
Curtis, midfielder,
Number 13, Mason Wampler.
usually on the left. Wampler, usually center mid.
Number 22, Michaela Howell.
Michaela Howell's part of that strong back line for CPA. Mary Morgan Smith, also the senior.
24, Michaela Lee.
Michaela Lee,
Number 26,
also a defender. Olivia Ball with a goal yesterday in that 2-0 victory. Jomo Myers will play defender.
Mickey Dye.
And Mickey Dye will be in the mix in the mid, probably center midfield area. Those are the 11 starters for CPA. Here comes Chattanooga Christian Chargers. They come in with a record of 16-4-4, coached by Cal Sneller.
Keeper for CCS is number 5, Ellen Stone.
Ellen Stone is their goalie. She's a senior.
Savannah Jingla.
Jingala, a senior, also will start.
Number 3, Allie Sullivan.
Allie Sullivan is a senior.
4, Sarah Farlett.
Sarah Farlett is a sophomore.
Number 9, Cruzy Brock.
Number 9 is Cruzy Brock,
Hannah
a senior. Hannah Henry, a sophomore.
Henry.
And her sister Ellie Henry, who is a senior. Both of them start.
Ashley Simmons.
Ashley Simmons, a senior, gets the start.
Sarah Marshall.
Marshall, number 14,
15,
a
Shelby
senior. Shelby Balsh, number 15, is a junior who will start. And then Jolly
And today's officials are Landon Pilot,
also starts. Kendra
Bob Daniel,
Jolly, who's a junior. So there's the starters for both teams. Semifinal game. This is the first of 2 games today. The winning team in this game will play the winner of the next game between Christian Academy of Knoxville, CAK, taking on the White House Lady Devils out of Middle Tennessee, a very familiar foe for CPA. CAK comes in undefeated. White House won their game, its game yesterday. You see both teams now giving 5 to the officials and to each other. White House won its game 2-1 over Notre Dame right here yesterday afternoon, and then CAK won its game, the late game last night, as the Warriors defeated Liberty Tech. CCS, Chattanooga Christian, won its game yesterday against Elizabethton 5-0 rather. Lions shut out Sacred Heart of Jackson 2-0. So both teams unscored upon here in the state tournament so far in the quarterfinals. Talked to Coach Gagliano before the game. Everybody seems to be healthy for the Lions. That's a good sign. Nobody got hurt yesterday. Well, actually, Lindsay Curtis went down with a bit of a knee tweak late in the game, but got back up again and was fine. So that was good news for CPA fans. Now we'll have on the clock 40 minutes, first half action, 40-minute halves in high school soccer. And, boy, a year ago today, we were down here and we played much more than that. Overtime would be 2 10-minute periods of overtime if it's tied after regulation, followed by 2 5-minute periods of overtime. That would be what's called golden goal or sudden death, meaning anybody scores during those 2 5-minute periods and the game ends immediately. You definitely play the first 2 10-minute halves of overtime regardless. And then after that, if it were still tied, we would have penalty kicks from the 12-yard spot, which we did last year in this game. CPA took on Notre Dame and won that game in penalty kicks. The defining moment, well, everybody making their kick was big, and then the defining moment of Meredith Roman making the save on the 6th kick taken by Notre Dame. And that ended the game and propelled CPA into the final, in which they played CAK, and the Warriors won that game 3-1. So are we heading for a rematch? We could be. Don't count out White House, though, in the next game against CAK. They're tough. as we know, CPA fans know White House is tough. This game, of course, is also going to be a battle for both teams. Both teams are strong. Chargers play a good competitive schedule here in Chattanooga. Lions do the same in Middle Tennessee. So we will see. So you see the teams now huddled and doing their final get them fired up moment. I want to say a big shout out to our crew. We've got the the King boys, Harrison and Mitch King, up here on our deluxe executive platform, outdoor platform, and John Newman also, CPA freshman, all three of them helping out with the broadcast. Big thanks to those guys. Give them a shout out when you see them. Thank them for helping out. Taking the field now, both teams. Curtis on the left. Wampler will kick it off with Maddie Andrus. You'll also see Kara Wegner quite a bit, I would imagine, on the forward line for the Lions. And we are underway. Here we go from Chattanooga at CCS. Beautiful setting for soccer. And there's Olivia Ball. Olivia Ball has some penetration. She's still going. It'll be taken and played out by CCS. Good job by Jomo, though, to win it back. Now back to Dye. Dye and Jomo fighting for it. Out of bounds. On the up front for CCS will be Balch, a junior, on the right side. Right now defending. The Chargers are defending a run from CPA. Here's Ball with a cross to the middle. Comes to the keeper and is saved by Ellen Stone. No problem right there, but a good idea for Olivia Ball to send that one across in the general direction of Lindsey Curtis, who was coming on from her left midfield or left position there. Now here is Curtis. Taps the ball back to Wampler. Now back to Michaela. Across to Howell. Howell goes outside to Jomo, being pressured right there by Jingala, number one of the forwards for CCS. Nice move by Ball, step over move right there. Wins the ball, great pass too to Dye. Dye down the line looking for Andrus, who's up there. Andrus will try to get to it. She will get there and cross it, but it goes pretty much easily to Ellen Stone, the senior goalkeeper for CCS, with a bunch of shutouts this year, at least 11 shutouts for the Chargers, and the same goes for CPA. Both goalkeepers are outstanding. Meredith Roman, senior for CPA, hasn't had a lot to do the past couple of games, so we'll see if she's tested today. Here is a dangerous situation. Sliding in will be Andrus. She may get a card right here. I don't know. No, she'll just get a foul called against Andrus. Slid in hard to the defender there, who I think was Allie Sullivan, one of the captains for the Chargers, and she's okay getting up. That could have been one of those that the referee calls a yellow card as a caution. Didn't do it that time, thank goodness, for CPA. Here's Dye winning the ball back, and Ball challenging for it. One, though, by CCS, but there's Curtis challenging. Now comes up and played back by Conley there to Lee, who will clear to the right side. Stepped up, now here's Ball. Olivia, one of the super freshmen for CPA. I was remiss yesterday not mentioning Olivia as one of those outstanding freshmen. I had the three of them targeted, but not Olivia. She is also a freshman, along with Wegner, Howell, and Jomo. So 4 freshmen with outstanding contributions. Here's Maddie. Maddie Andreas has a chance right there, but it's cleared out easily by Allie Sullivan. Thrown in by Mary Morgan Smith, the senior defender, to Curtis. Curtis has it down the left side. Curtis. She'll cross it left-footed. Oh, my goodness, right past Addie's. I'll get it right. Maddie had the chance to head it. Jomo sends it back in, over toward Curtis, cleared out. Sorry for the stumble. It was Maddie Andrus who almost got the head on that cross from Curtis, but not quite. That was a great early chance for the Lions to get a goal. Back to Howell now. Howell will make a move and tap it over to Mary Morgan Smith. Lions in their 6th consecutive state tournament, hoping to get back to the final for the 2nd consecutive year. They were there last year, as we said earlier. They also made they made the finals twice in this six-year run, and are hoping to make it a 3rd time with a victory today. Curtis out of bounds off of Balch. Throw in Lions. 36-20. So we played almost 4 minutes here in the first half. Curtis with a pass toward Dye, but it's going to be cut off by the Chargers and played out. Mary Morgan Smith. Lee steps over nicely. Michaela will do that quite a bit. You'll see her step over from the middle position and cut something off if needed. Here's a nice cross from Curtis. Ball can't quite get the first touch on the ball, though. So it comes back to CCS, and it's controlled by Brock, number 9, who drops it back. They'll try to build it up. Now it's Brock going for it. It will be out of bounds, though. Brock, long legs, the senior, with a good stride there, and watch out for her speed at forward for CCS. You might hear, I don't know if you hear any of the noise, there's a train behind us, train track. You may hear the train during the game, we'll find out. It's loud, at least to my ears. Ball, plays it. Midfielder there for CCS, controls now up, looking for Brock. She's able to pass it off to Jingala, number 1. But now it's Ball fighting for it. Shielded away, though. And back to the back line and up front. Over the head of Jomo, but there's Howell. CPA will play pretty standard 4 defenders, meaning there are 2 center backs, basically. Here's the through ball, but it's going to go roll to Stone, the keeper. 2 center backs, and they can move over to the right or left if they are needed over there. In that case, Howell moved over and filled in for Jomo and made a nice play. Here's a chance right now for CCS. Brock heads it, but it's to Conley. Conley kicks it back to Mary Morgan Smith. Mary Morgan out to Curtis on the left. Curtis, nice little pass inside for Wampler. Wampler drops it back to Conley again. Kind of a holding midfielder position for Conley. Now to Dye. Dye taps it out to Jomo. Good build up for CPA right now. Olivia Ball going to look. Step over move. She does that really well, that step over move, and she fakes out the opponent. It then runs into trouble, though, on the back line. The ball goes by Howell. Lee will come over, and she gets there first. Has a little bit of time. Good play there. Wampler being pressured, though. What will she do? Conley. Jomo. So far, 34 minutes flat now to go. We've played 6. Lions look pretty good in terms of their possession and fluidity. A little bit better than yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit ragged of a game, and the Lions were fortunate to get out of there with a 2-0 victory over Sacred Heart. Here's a through pass, though, and running onto it is Jingala. She's going to get there. Maybe. No. Out of bounds. It's a little too far. Goal kick CPA. That we've said yesterday that the field is, the pitch seems to be quick. And it's so the ball's not holding up. It's not wet at all. It's dry. So balls are rolling a good distance. Something else Coach Gagliano said before the game, CPA needs to use the width better. This is a very wide field, much wider than the field at CPA, which essentially was built as a football stadium first. This is built as exclusively a soccer field only, so it's wider, and the Lions can take advantage of that if they play the width. Yesterday they didn't do that quite as well. They were used to playing on a narrower pitch, so they have to adjust to the size of this field. In soccer, the field can be a huge range of dimensions. Stepping through, there's Olivia Ball. Olivia Ball has it. She'll send it through to Dye. Great pass from Ball to Dye. Dye over to Curtis. Cut off, though, nicely by the defender right there. Here is a chance, though, as Mary Morgan plays it back up toward Curtis. Curtis, can she control down the wing? She wants to go down the wing, and she'll go down the wing. Nice play. Curtis with a little hit kick over her head. Good play there. She was defended by Henry. Hannah Henry, number 10. Out of bounds, CPA throw-in. Smith will take it. Smith to Curtis down that line, being pushed in the back. A couple times. What's the call? Goal kick? Yes. Took a couple shoves in the back there, did Lindsey Curtis. We'll see if this game is physical. Yesterday's game was not at all physical. It was very docile. CPA has sent a bus of students down here. We see some students lined up on the field below us. That's good to see. Beautiful drive down on a sunshiny blue sky day from Nashville to Chattanooga. Here comes the goal kick. 31:55 on the clock. Well, we played about almost 9 minutes. Lee cuts it off momentarily. Conley. Still trouble, though. CCS controls. Brock sends it through, but it'll go to Roman. Roman on the spot, no problem. That was actually Henry. Hannah Henry tried to send that ball through, but nobody was there for CCS. They have it again, though. That is Brock, number 9, headed by Lee. Conley. Who can control the midfield? Big question today. Which team can control that midfield area and set their offense up? There's a nice through pass. That's dangerous, but actually Roman will get there, no problem. Faith Dubel was running on, number 7, but Roman came out and scooped it up. She is, of course, an outstanding athlete, Roman. Heading to Belmont next year for basketball. lot of unfinished business between now and then, though. She wants to finish soccer well and finish basketball well as a senior. Here's a deep into CCS territory. Their defensive third. Dye has it over there. Now she gives it to Ball. Ball, can she keep it in? Yes, she does. Will she cross? She'll try. It's going to go still in off the flag. The flag is in. The corner flag is not out. If it hits that flag and bounces back in, it's alive. Here's Jomo. Now Conley. Dye. Taken away, though, by Farlett. Sarah Farlett. One of two sister combinations on the team. At least two, maybe three. Now it's won by Jingle over there. She'll try to play it up to Brock. Back to the back line. Fighting for it there is Andrus, the forward. We haven't seen Wegner yet. 30 minutes now on the clock, so we've played 10 so far. We throw in for CCS. Long ball, headed though by Jomo, out of bounds. So the wind today seems a little bit calmer winds right now. I shouldn't say that. It'll probably pick up right when I say that. But it's, of course, you can see the blue skies and the sunshine. It's a nice, nice day for soccer. Really beautiful at this point. Howell, the freshman, will control to Wampler. Nicely done. Wampler to Dye, goes past her to Andrus, though. Andrus taps it to Dye. Here's some trouble maybe for CCS. We'll see if they can get a through ball. The Lions, well, Dye turns into the defender there, unfortunately. And it's played out of bounds by that defender, who was Sarah Marshall, the senior. Mary Morgan Smith, headed on by Curtis. Dye gets there. Curtis has it now. Curtis back up toward Andrus, but it's played out by the center back, Sullivan. Well done. Now fighting for it is Lee. Lee is way up fighting for it to Curtis. Good job by Michaela. Dye. What's she going to do? Crosses it over toward Ball. Wampler has it now. Wampler to Dye. Dye may take a shot here. Watch out. Dye's going to shoot. Maybe. Maybe not. That's usually where she'll shoot from. Here's Wampler. Back to Conley. Conley back to Wampler. Wampler crosses it. Headed on. Andrus is in. And it's off the keeper, out of bounds for a corner. Great chance right there. The header went off of defender Sarah Farlett. And right there, Andrus got a foot on it. But Ellen Stone was in the way and made the tap out of bounds. So corner kick coming up. Watch out here. I wonder if they're aware of the combination that's been so deadly. Howell to Curtis. We will see. Curtis now leaving the goal area. Here comes a run. The ball is in, and it's played off the thigh of a defender. Still alive, though. Andrus is fighting for it. Maddie back to Howell. Cross will go out of bounds harmlessly. So a couple chances right there for the Lions, but CCS wins the goal kick. .27.5 minutes remaining first half of the 40-minute half. Here's Conley, way over to Ball. Yep. Now back in the midfield, fighting for it. Played out of bounds right there by Hannah Henry. So throw in CPA, 27 minutes on the clock. No score. State semifinal. Jomo again will throw in deep in the defensive third of CCS right now. Subs coming in momentarily. Wegner's one of them. Kara, the freshman. Here's Wampler in the middle. Almost had a chance to cut through right there. Wampler was one step away from taking a shot. Here's Dye. Dye. She has a powerful leg, too. If she'll take the shot from that distance, she has a chance to cause some damage. Ball back to Conley. Conley will send it over toward Curtis. Curtis, can she get there? She is there. What's going to be a corner kick? Yes, good job by Lindsay. She saw the ball go off of Balsh, and she let it roll out for a corner kick. Here comes Howell once again. Second corner of the game for the Lions. Here comes Wegner with her familiar orange shoes, and she'll spell Maddie Andrus. Wegner certainly brings a lot of speed to the game and skill as well. Freshman. Here comes the corner. Lindsey Curtis is in that goal area right near the keeper. Watch out. Howell's kick to Curtis in the direction of Curtis. Headed out, though, nicely by CCS. Howell will let it, she'll save it. Back to Mary Morgan. Mary Morgan looking for Curtis now. She gets there, plays it off of what? Called a goal kick, I guess. Yep, off of Curtis. Kick is taken nicely. And up in the midfield, it's going to be fought for by several players. Conley takes a shove, gets the ball to Curtis. Curtis down the line looking for Wegner. But it's cut off there by Jolly. Conley wins it back, though. Jolly kicks it out. Kendra Jolly, number 16, also listed as a backup keeper for the Chargers. Here's Kara Wegner. Nice turn by Kara into Dye. Dye. Can she get free? No. Conley will head on it. But it will go, I think, all the way to Stone. Yes, it does. CPA putting pressure on right now, 24-44. Remaining, we've played about 15 and a half minutes. And the Lions have put a lot of pressure on the past 10 minutes or so. Not much yet for the Chargers. They had one or two visits into CPA's defensive third. We'll do some halftime analysis and maybe get an interview with Mr. Morrow. I see him down there, Nate Morrow, high school principal, in the house, along with a bunch of students and fans, parents. RBA is down here somewhere, too, I believe. Richard Anderson, along with Coach Mike Elson, our AD. Throw in taken over there by Jomo. 24 flat now to go in the first. There's Olivia. Ball throws it to Wegner. Back to ball. She's offside, though. That was one of those plays where you throw a deep throw in and the ball comes back to you and you're stuck offside all of a sudden. So that's one of those passes that really shouldn't be made back to that player. Got to be heads up on that one if you're the player with the ball at that moment to see, recognize offside. Maybe go in, cut inside or dribble yourself. Kick taken is indirect. Jomo heads on it, up toward Olivia. Ball, will send it across. Who's there? Nobody really there except Jolly, the junior. But Curtis puts pressure on and forces her to kick it, to pass it. Saved in nicely, though. Good job there by Double. Now back to Brock. Lindsay with a cross. Headed out of the middle momentarily. Dye wins it. That's trouble right now if it's punched out, though, by Henry. The goal may be open if she can get a shot off. Dye can't quite get one off. Dye sent it up in the air, bounced hard, and Stone came out and punched it out. Conley now looking for ball, but she's not quite able to get that pass. Now about 22:44 on the clock. Wegner, will she cross? She'll pull it back in the direction of ball. Now Jomo's there with a little bit of time to Conley in the middle. What will they do? Switch fields, perhaps? Conley is in trouble. She is not able to make the decision fast enough that time. Now she does. It's out to ball. One thing Coach Gagliano said was faster, better decisions today would be helpful as well. They didn't make good decisions yesterday when they had the ball as far as distribution and who to pass it to, that kind of thing. So she's hoping for a little bit better decision-making. Soccer is a game. Olivia Ball goes out. Good play for her so far. And in comes Mallory McCullough, wearing her proper jersey today, 21, not 29 like yesterday. I didn't recognize her for a little while, so I apologize to Mallory. Yesterday she had 29 on. Today she's back to her old self at 21, and she'll play forward for the Lions. Wegner played up by CCS, but nobody really there. I think Michaela Lee can track it down. It's still in bounds, though, way down in the corner. And she'll just play it into Howell. Howell will go up over, but it stopped in the midfield. That time it was won by Simmons. CCS will play back and control and build back up the other side. That time it comes to Double, Faith Double. Dye, though, nicely to Curtis. Curtis. Will she look for, she looks for McCullough down the line. McCullough trying to get there. Play it back to the keeper nicely that time by Sullivan, and and Stone will clear. Smart play by CCS that time. Howell heads on it, but it's headed now. Dangerous. I think Roman will get there. Yes, she will. She'll let it come just inside the 18 and then scoop it up. Meredith, we said it before, not tested much lately. White House game last Thursday night was a big test, I guess. She had some really good saves in that game. So we'll see if the case today. Yesterday there were 0 shots on goal for Sacred Heart, so Meredith didn't have a whole lot of work to do. This game, she did a couple times to come out like that, but nothing major, no major shots yet. I don't want to jinx her. Here comes Double, number 7, trying to get there. Roman will track it down. Whoops. I don't think she touched it, though. They're going to say goal kick. So Roman got a little bit fortunate right there. She almost touched that out of bounds for a corner, but instead it'll be goal kick. Thanks. All right. Once again, thanks to the King boys and Newman for being on our broadcast crew today. It's a big help. It'll be Howell taking the corner. A couple subs now for CCS. I didn't catch all the numbers. Goal kick taken. Good. Nice job by Mary Morgan to Lee, or to Wampler, but Wampler loses it. Wampler now is fighting against Simmons. It was 13 against 13 that time, and Wampler got the better of it. Wegner steps through. Oh, nice job by Kara. Kara will send it across toward the middle. Off the leg of Sullivan. Now CPA controls with Dye. Back to Lee on the back line. Lee out to Curtis. Curtis will have room. Down the line she goes. Curtis has some space. She'll cross it left-footed. Who's there? McCullough's there. She heads it. McCullough, wow. McCullough goes flying over the back of a defender after she heads that ball. Nothing foul there, I don't think. I don't think it was a foul. I think McCullough just went up and headed that ball, and she went over the defender's shoulder or back. Acrobatic move. And good job by Mallory to get her head on that one. Huge punt. Maybe the wind's going that direction, or maybe Stone just has a huge leg, strong leg. Long punt way past midfield that time by Ellen Stone, the senior. Clock at 18:30. I think Roman's going to get there no problem once again. Yeah, she'll go up and catch that one two-handed. So now 18:20. We played more than half of the first half, no score. Shots on goal, just the one, I think, for CPA that was deflected out of bounds by the keeper, Stone. It was Maddie Andrus. Here's a nice overlap by Mary Morgan Smith. There goes Mary Morgan. Can she go all the way? There goes Mary Morgan down the line. Will she be able to win the ball? Mary Morgan is going to have to be fighting for it, and she'll be shielded off it. And winning a throw in there was Sarah Farlett, the sophomore, getting a hand from her fans with a nice play. Good overlap play, though, by the Lions that time. Lindsey Curtis sending it to Smith. Whistle blows, subs coming in, or at least one sub. It's Ball back in the game for the Lions. Who's coming out? Curtis. So Lindsey will take a breather. Wearing those distinctive, pink under socks, under soccer socks. Stylish, going for the look that matching Kara Wegner's shoes, if you will. Throw in, thought that was off of CPA, but it was called a throw in. Hit nice over the head kick by Dye, headed on by Wegner. Not quite a bicycle kick, but it was over the head. Wegner gets there. Wegner's so fast. She'll win a throw in. Yes, she will. Man, Wegner can close ground on anybody like a freight train. I mean, she is speed E. The guys nodding their heads. She's fast. Don't get between her and the last one at this in lunch line, right? I mean, there's one meal left. She's going to beat you to it. I think she's too fast to catch. Free kick coming here for CCS, 16:30. On this big wide field, we'll see which of these teams can advance to the final, which would be Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time at GPS. So not too far from here, but Girls Preparatory School. That's going to go out of bounds. Maybe not. Actually, it doesn't. Mary Morgan will be there. Play it back to Lee. Lee back to Smith. Good play there by the Lions. Oh, just under the foot there, off the foot, I think, of Olivia Ball, yes. CPA, that's part of its trademark solid defense there, calm. They don't get rattled. Really, they play solid. Oh, look at that, off the knee, off the lower thigh or upper knee there of Lee. Now the ball dribbling through. Out Howell with a bit of a heavy touch at first. Now Conley out toward Jomo. CPA has lost a little bit of the crispness or the fluidity, if you will, the past few minutes. It's a little bit shaky for the Lions. Still no big trouble on defense, but they look a little less crisp than they did most of the first half. 15:30, just under 15:30 remaining in the first. Here's Wegner up to Dye. Now tracking back all the way to the keeper, played by Marshall, to Stone. She'll probably switch fields here, we'll see. She goes way up toward the front line. Mary Morgan is there. Here's played up that time by Jingala. Lee is going to be there, but she will almost, not quite. Jingala has it again. Jingala with a through pass. Mary Morgan cuts it off over to Howell. Howell will clear it out in the direction of ball out of bounds, though. CCS trying to get something going here on offense, and the Lions are trying to, I would say, regain some of their steadiness that they had earlier in this half. Lions 19-2-2, sixth consecutive state tournament appearance here in Chattanooga, and then attempting to make it their second consecutive final against the winner of the next game, which is CAK and White House. Wampler up toward McCullough. McCullough is playing up top along with Ball and Wegner, who is right now chasing the ball down. And then midfield, we've got Conley and Dye and Wampler. In the back four, steady as they go. The two Michaelas, Smith, and Myers. Sub coming in. It's Dubel back in the game. And out goes Summit. Two subs in for CCS. One of them, I think, is Brock back in the game. Yes, Brock, number 9, is back in. Here's McCullough. Played up to nobody, though, really. Out will come Roman. Roman is fast off her line. Just under 13:30 to go first half. Sunshine, beautiful. No, not a cloud in the sky here at CCS, just at the foot of Lookout Mountain, Chattanooga. Some of the fall leaves are still on the trees. Most of them, I think, went down over the past few days, windy days, but it's a lovely fall afternoon right here. The sun is through the trees, and the shadows now have cast over the goal where Meredith is standing. So the sun, I don't think, would be a factor if a shot came her direction, although it could be a little bit of a factor because it's kind of splotchy right there. The sun is maybe splotching on the ground near her feet. Here's a push called against CCS's Ellie Henry. It'll be a free kick for CPA. 12.5 minutes. We may hear from John, may jump in with some commentary. Feel free. If you see something interesting happen. I can't see everything, that's for sure. Not with these 44-year-old eyes. I just said my age on the air. That's not good. Here's Michaela Howell. Free kick in the direction of Wegner. Wegner may get there. Wegner trying. Wegner getting around. It's played out by Jolly, though. Wegner, her first touch went out of bounds, unfortunately, for a goal kick. She closed down the space right there, got around Jolly, but couldn't quite get across over in the direction of what would have been Ball. Curtis remains out. Now she's back in. I said that. She comes back in and goes, well, Howell goes out. Interesting sub here. So Dye will jump back and play left defender. And Mary Morgan will move into the middle with Lee. Interesting. You don't see Michaela Howell go out much. I hope she's okay. Maybe just getting a little bit of pacing rest. So the back line changes to Mickey Dye, Lee and Smith in the middle, and Jomo, who has the ball right now for a throw-in on the right. And Curtis is back in the midfield. Stay with it, guys. Stay with it. Jomo's throw-in, taken toward Conley. Now the wind has picked up again here. It's gotten gusty all of a sudden. It comes and goes. Here's a foul called against CPA's Wegner, I believe. Yes, free kick will be awarded to CCS. 10, just under 11 minutes, 10:50 remaining in the first. Header, nope, taken on a volley, half volley there by Wampler. Mary Morgan plays it, goes to Wampler, who looks for Curtis. Curtis playing center mid right now. Curtis looking for the overlap. Yes, there is Olivia Ball. Ball, will she go on the line? Yes. Ball still going. Ball, will she shoot left-footed, or she'll turn it back to Dye, who's overlapping. Dye steps through. Dye cranks a shot or a cross. It's going to go out of bounds. Boy, the wind has picked up like 100 miles an hour all of a sudden here. That was a nice attempt right there by the Lions. They got some players forward, including Mickey Dye, who made what may have been a shot. Take turns. All right, goal kick. It's Mallory went out and Maddie came back in. Andrus came back in. So McCullough takes a seat. Andrus is back in up top. Mary Morgan will beautifully shield that ball out of bounds. Boy, she's a good player. Smart play by Mary Morgan. Here shielding off it is Wegner now. Wegner down the line. Yes, Wegner has the ball. Wegner back inside to Curtis. Over to Wampler. Wampler will look for ball, perhaps. Yes. What's Ball going to do down the line? Can she beat her? Cross. Nope. She'll step back over it. Right-footed cross is in. It's in trouble. It's over the goal by Maddie Andrus. Oh, what a chance right there for CPA. Cross came in, bounced up in the air. Maddie had a chance at it. Her shot, though, went over the crossbar, maybe off to the left, too, from this angle. Hard to tell. Crowd applauding, CPA fans applauding that really good play. 9 minutes to go first half. Lions at their best chance right there of the game so far. Wampler heads it toward Ball. Ball back to Dye. Dye over the head of the midfielder right there, but Maddie couldn't quite get it. Now here's Curtis. Curtis, she'll shoot. Lindsay cranks it off the head of Maddie Andrus right there. Well, I don't think it was going to go in anyway, but it was deflected off Maddie's noggin that time by Curtis. It will be a goal kick, I think. Well, it's a corner. Corner is awarded. That's a mistake. That went off the head of Maddie Andrus, but you know what? You take it sometimes the way you can get it. Corner will be taken by Wampler. Usually it's Howell's job, but Howell not in the game right now. Not a whole lot do you see Howell go out. I hope she's just resting and not hurt. I don't see her over there. But I don't see anybody injured over there either. Here comes Italy Wampler's corner. Mason takes the outswinger toward, it's still loose, but it's played out by Brock. It'll go out of bounds, throw in CPA. 7:50 to go in the first. No score yet. Lions, of course, in their purple. CCS wearing their home whites. They're the home team in this game, designated not because they're home as in, not because they're the home field, but because they're just in the slot that says home team for this game. Out goes Jingala. Who came in?
Number 15.
All right, 15 came in. That's Balsh. Wegner fighting for it. Defender falls down, but the ball will go out of bounds. A corner kick called, so here comes another corner. Lions usually, typically do tend to have more corner kicks than their opponents. They just put a lot of pressure on the goal. This will be the fourth, I think, of the game for CPA. 0 yet. Well, yeah, 0 yet for the Chargers. Under 7 minutes to go. It'll be taken this time by Dye. Mickey, we'll see if she can get it up in the air. Curtis is in front, although it's going to be a short one. That corner over there is a little bit dirt. Shot taken, though, but it comes to Stone, who saves it. That was Maddie Andrus, I think, got her foot on it. I was going to say the corner kick place over there is awfully flat on that far side. It's hard to get the ball in the air. Stone makes the easy save. 6.5 minutes. There's Maddie. Andrus will turn inside. Played up, out of danger by CCS to Mary Morgan Smith, though. Here's Wegner going on that right side. One away, though. Good play right there by Sarah Farlett, the sophomore. Lions have it, though. Lions have dominated the offensive chances and the possession in this game, but they have nothing to show for it yet. Of course, in soccer, it's a game where you have to cash in when you have opportunities, because the other team can counterattack, and boom, one second you're ahead, you're tied, and 1 second you're down, and then it's tough to come back in soccer often. This kind of game is kind of a low-scoring game. It feels like a low-scoring game. Lee rather. Lee over to Wegner. Will she get there, Kara? Yes, boy, she's fast. Kara wins the ball, cuts inside, cross over, who's there? Only CCS. Dye. First touch from Dye is nice. Taps it to Wampler. Push called against CCS. Yes? Big opportunity here from distance that could be a cranked shot. Foul was committed by whom?
Looked like it was Faith Dublé. She's been playing really physical this entire game.
Dubel, yep, it's Dubel. Call number 7, call for the foul. So here's Dye. Will she shoot? I think she's going to shoot it. Yes, she is. It's on goal, but it's easily picked up by Ellen Stone right there. I don't think Dye got all that one. And it took one bounce and went to Stone. And the wind must be blowing this direction. That's a huge punt by Stone once again. Conley tries to win it. Michaela Lee steps through. Played high in the air, but Mary Morgan heads it. It'll be out of bounds, I think. Yeah, the wind is blowing like crazy down, I think, from left to right out here, down in the field. Strong gusts. So that might help CPA in the second half to have that wind at their backs more. They're going against the wind. Here's Conley. Way outside of Jomo. Jomo controls. What a move. Well done, and she plays it up the wing. No, up to Andress, who taps it out to where Wegner might have been, but Wegner's trailing the play. Where's that speed? That was a recognition issue there. I don't think Maddie didn't recognize that Kara wasn't where maybe Maddie thought she'd be initially. Subs coming in. Kara goes out. Back in comes Howell. Dubel goes out for CCS and is replaced by, I think, Jingala. Was she out? Couldn't quite tell. So Howell's back in the game on defense. And now Mary Morgan goes back to the left side where she was playing it earlier in the game. Curtis is out as well. Right? No, Curtis is playing left. Here's a shot from Wampler in the air. Wampler gets it left-footed up in the air. She scored left-footed against White House last week. And we'll see if she could, that one just, maybe the wind got that one, the lack of wind or the wind against it. Look at this, Howell. I mean, goodness, the wind took that one about 20 yards. Jomo, good job by her to play it. Well, still kept in, though, by CCS. Looking for offside, not going to get the flag that time. Cross, dangerous. Lee heads it. Still alive. Still alive. Roman will get the catch. Shot taken right there by Summit, was it, or Brock? Not much on it, really, and Roman was able to come out and snag that one in the air. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Wampler back to Howell. There's a clear way up. The wind will take that one all the way into the box where Roman waits for it. Punt, you can see the punt being held up by the wind. I think Lions will benefit from having the wind at their back second half. 2:05 now to go in the first. Ball plays it up toward McCullough, who's back in. Dye has it. Now Dye. Back to ball for the cross, looking for Curtis. Curtis will come up with it, I think, yes. She wants that line. She'll go down the line. She always likes to go down the line. There she is. Shielding off the defender. Left-footed cross, gets around it. It's dangerous. Oh, my goodness, Olivia Ball was right there. Couldn't quite get a foot on it. Was the call offside there? Something was called against CPA right there. Must have been offside. Or a foul, perhaps. Yeah, maybe a foul was called against, I think, Mickey. CPA trying to control in the midfield, win the ball back. They do with Conley. Conley out to Curtis. Curtis down the line again. Lindsay likes that left line. And she'll cross it to the middle. Who's there? McCullough was there. Olivia Ball is there. Can she shoot? She will shoot, but over and off to the right side. Nice cross. Good work by Lindsey Curtis, the senior King College commitment. On that left side, she loves to cross it that way, and she had McCullough, went right past McCullough, and it came to Ball, who got a shot away under a minute to go first half. All the pressure has been CPA's, but they don't have any goals to show for it yet. Out of bounds, CPA throw in, 38 seconds. Clock is on the scoreboard is official. Here's Mary Morgan. Mary Morgan will have it play off of her. Throw in coming. Headed by Brock right there, back to her defensive teammate. Up in the air, 22 seconds remaining. No push called there. It's Dye fighting for it. She almost wins it back, but nice move right there in the midfield by Simmons. Clock at 11 seconds. They wouldn't be able to score, I don't think. They could actually. You never know. Mary Morgan will just clear it up. 3 seconds. That'll be the end of the first half. So we will say it's halftime officially. No score. A lot of chances for CPA in the first half. They had much of the run of play in their favor. Couldn't quite put the ball in the back of the net. They're playing better than they did yesterday, though. I'll say more crisply in general overall. It's better soccer than we saw yesterday against Sacred Heart. So that's a good sign. The Lions have turned that possession into some goals in the second half to win this game. They certainly appear to be the better team today, at least. Any thoughts?
Yeah, the first 20 minutes, CPA had pretty much complete dominance, offensive and defensive. Probably like the last 10, 15 minutes, it's a little bit of weakening and a little bit of strength in CS. And the last 5 was pretty much back to CPA.
That's about right. Good analysis right there. We'll see if the Lions come out and can dominate. That wind was huge, wasn't it? The wind is really gusting. I thought it was kind of going across the field, but it turns out it's going more from the mountain up to from the left to right on our camera. And they see there the team's getting some instruction from Coach Brandy Gagliano. I should mention, too, she's assisted by Julie Curtis, Mrs. Julie Curtis, and Jay Wilkinson and Megan Blaylock. I call her Blaylock. The Chargers are coached by Cal Sneller, assisted by David Stanton and Aaron Stanton. So we'll take a quick break. We'll just kind of leave the camera on the team for a few minutes and be back with you for the second half about 8 minutes from now. So don't go anywhere too far. Get some hot chocolate, go to the restroom, do what you want to do, and come back in about 8 minutes for the second half of this big semifinal game. Thanks. We're back with you here at halftime. Just about to begin second half action, about a minute and a half. Heard somebody mention there's some family watching, I think in Indiana. Older sister, I think, of a CPA player. I didn't catch the name, but if you're listening in Indiana or watching in Indiana, glad to have you along. No, we're not watching you. You're watching us. But glad to hear we have viewers, I think maybe in Australia too. We've had some viewers related to Michaela Lee over in Australia who've been watching. And Mississippi, I think some grandparents in Mississippi and elsewhere. Wherever you are, tuning in. It's almost second half action, about a minute, less than a minute to go. Boy, that wind has picked up. It's really blowing now. I jinxed it earlier by saying the wind had died down for a while at the beginning of the game. Now it's a strong wind again. And it will be, for the most part, at CPA's back in the second half. Lions will go from left to right on your screen. And that's, if you're Chattanooga, it's away from Lookout Mountain toward, well, sort of toward town, not really. It's more toward Atlanta, I guess, probably. Not quite north-south. Anyway, doesn't matter. Big story in the first half. CPA had a lot of chances. They just couldn't quite cash in. Had a couple of point-blank shots. And close to the end right there, Olivia Ball had a shot that went over the goal. I think Andrus had one that went over. So the Lions have had the lion's share, if you will, of opportunities. They just haven't been able to capitalize. And best I can tell, no shots on goal yet for CCS. The Chargers have been only down in CPA's defensive third a couple times. So the question mark, I think all the CPA fans' heads is, can we put one of those shots in the goal, get a chance? You don't want to squander your chances in this kind of a environment where really it could be one opportunity that makes the difference in the game. The Lions will go, you see them out on the field going left to right, getting ready. CCS in their huddle on the far side. You'll see them in a minute emerge. So Meredith Roman is in the game, of course. The back four is the starting four. Conley in the midfield with Wampler and Curtis on the left side. Andrus in the front along, and then Olivia Ball on the right. Starting lineup, I think, looks like for CCS as well. Ellen Stone has been strong in goalie, number 00 back there, number 0. They will kick off with Simmons and Brock together. We're underway, so 40 more minutes to go in this one, at least. Controlled right now by CCS in the midfield. Dye challenging there, but it's won by Simmons. Simmons will pull it back now and look for options. She'll go to the right side, but it's cut off nicely by Jomo, who's playing the left side. Long ball put in there by Curtis. Not really harmful but at all for CCS, but it gives you an idea of the wind. That ball got to the keeper quickly with the wind behind it. Header coming. No, ball bounces. Brock takes it. Howell steps through. Curtis taps it forward toward Andrus. Andrus, can she win? She does. To Ball. Ball loses the ball that time to Balsh. Balsh plays it ahead to Brock. Lee is there. Back in the middle. Conley can't get there, though. It's won by Henry, Ellie Henry. Back to Simmons. She will slow it up and get it back to the back line. Allie Sullivan will take a long clearance. Smith is right there and will tap it up to Ball. Ball. Whoa, a little outside of the foot move. Oh, nice play right there by CCS's Farlett, though. Sarah Farlett was able to win a throw in. Good job shielding the ball, shielding off Olivia off of it. Played up to Brock. Brock is hassled by Lee. Lee plays it left-footed up in the direction of Andrus. Maddie heads it. Needs some help. There's Maddie. Maddie may have a chance. Maddie gets the ball. Maddie on goal. Maddie will step it through. Maddie will she shoot. Maddie will step in. Maddie crosses it to Dye. Dye can't do anything with it. Taps it back to the on-rushing Wampler, but Wampler still alive. The ball is loose in the box. Offside is called. Andrus was offside that time off Wampler's touch. I thought Mickey was going to shoot that one, but she couldn't quite get around it and couldn't quite get a shot away. Lions, good pressure right there. Good job by Andrus to get it deep into the back line there, into the box. Played up nicely. Lee and Howell are both there. Howell will step behind it and get it over to Jomo. Oh, dangerous. Jomo controls, though. Well done. Don't make us nervous, us old guys. Here's Curtis. Can she beat Jolly to the ball? Yes, but it's out of bounds. I do see Richard Anderson over there, headmaster Anderson behind Coach Gagliano on the far side supporting the team, along with Mr. Morrow, and a lot of fans, students have taken the bus to come down and cheer on the Lions. There's some fans from both sides down there lining the sideline. 37. We played 3 minutes of the second half. CPA has had some chances. Boy, can they cash one in. This kind of thing that can come back to haunt you if you have something like this happen. But there's Mary Morgan Smith able to come out over from the right side and cut it off. Interesting, we saw them switch sides yesterday as well. And second half, Jomo will play left back and switch with Mary Morgan, who plays on the right in the second half. Tap back to Sullivan, but here is pressuring is Andrus. Stone has it now. Back out to Sullivan. Sullivan all the way down the right side. Good ball from Sullivan, but Howell is there to deal with it. Jomo. Out of bounds? No, still in. Played back across the middle, but Lee is there. She will step through traffic. Put it up toward Andrus. Can she control? Andrus has it. Yes, Ball has it. Ball. Now to Dye. Dye has some space. A little bit of space for Dye. Can she make a move? What's she going to do? She finds Ball. Ball stepping through. Ball may cross it here. She will try, but it goes harmlessly to Stone, the keeper. That ball will be a lot shorter than the first half punts that she took because the wind is blowing left to right as you're watching. Lee gets there, out of bounds, off of her thigh. Right now, there's a little back and forth action in this game. Guys, we need to make sure we don't have any animosity here in the crowd. So far, the crowd is getting a little bit more passionate, I think. Here's Wampler. Wampler has some space. She's got Curtis. There she is on the left. Curtis, the first touch is a little bit too far in front of her. Still fighting for it is Curtis. Curtis wins the ball. Has it against Jolly. Cuts it back inside. Still in bounds. Still in bounds. Back to Wampler. Dye. Fighting for it against Sullivan. It's won, though, by Simmons. Now Jomo plays it up. Boy, the wind is, now it's even stronger, it feels like. Jomo to Dye. Dye. Midfield tries to get it. Can't get a really clean pass away right now. It's hard to get a clean touch on the ball for CPA. I'm not sure why that is. 34-20 remaining in the half. That ball is going to go too far. Well, I was thinking maybe Maddie had a chance to get there, but Ellen Stone came out. I would say if I had to predict something weird might happen, like the ball may bounce weird and go over somebody's head and create a chance that with this wind, the way it's blowing, that could be what happens, I would think, on the CCS end. Push, a lot of pushing and shoving both teams. Played out of there by Wampler. Under 34 minutes. And the remaining, that ball's going to be dangerous. It's trouble right now for CPA. It's Balch has it, challenged by Lee. Referee, boy, that would look like it could have been called a foul in the box. Crossover. CCS has it. That was it for a minute there. Boy, I was nervous. Offside flag goes up. Flag is up. Flag is up. It'll be offside called that time against Shelby Balch. Now the crowd's into it for both sides. And we're 33-15 in the second half. The fans are getting excited, which is a good thing to see. Michaela Lee. Shot coming. That will be on the ground, and it will come to Roman harmlessly, taken by Hannah Henry. Right now the momentum is, I would say, I don't know how to say it, but CPA just doesn't look quite as crisp as they have. Here's a nice header over the back by Andrus. Trying to get there will be a ball. Olivia will be out of bounds, so nicely done there. Pressure by CPA created a throw-in for the Lions. The Lions have had chances. They just can't quite get clean passes in their offensive third. In other words, they're not quite making the connections to create an open shot. Curtis goes out and comes Wegner. Carroll will get a shot on the left side right there. Throw in taken by Dye in a moment. 32 minutes and change on the clock. Taken. Wampler back to Dye. Dye now to Ball. Ball will try to cross it. She does. Is Wegner going to be there? Andrus is there with a shot. Okay, left-footed shot by Maddie. Saved by Stone, who had to go down on that one. But a good chance for Lions again. Just under 32 minutes. Smith plays it up toward Ball. Olivia will do that step-over move she likes so well. Andrus, can she get around? Fighting to get around Marshall. Still in bounds. Back to Ball. Ball will cross. Centering cross toward Dye, but Dye wasn't quite there. Michaela Lee trying to shield it off. Tapped through. How can she get there? Yes. Well, that's trouble, though. The ball is taken by Jingala, and Jomo is able to, well, she'll get a foul called against her. I thought that might have been a good shoulder charge right there by Myers, but instead it was called a foul. So that will set up CCS in a pretty dangerous location for a good centering pass or centering cross right here. I see Whitehouse coming into the stadium. I think it's Whitehouse. It might be CAK down there at the far end, getting ready for their next game. 30 minutes and 50 seconds in this one, second half at least. It'll be Sullivan taking the kick. It's over the goal. Not much danger there. Goal kick. 30 and a half to go. Once again, big thanks to Mitch and Harrison and Harrison King and John Newman for helping us out. Subs. Yep. Who came in that time? Okay. Andrus has the ball. Andrus over toward Wegner. Wegner couldn't quite get past Jolly that time. And it's controlled in midfield now. Dye tries to disrupt it, and she does a good job of doing that. But it's still won by CCS. Nice spin move right there. They're going to call a foul there against Conley on Hannah Henry. Henry will get the call right there. So it'll be another free kick for CCS. Referee looks at Caroline and says, don't do that again. Don't easy on the pushing. Sullivan's kick deep into the box. It's trouble. Still alive in the box. Dubel has it. Dubel will play it back to Brock. Brock now to Dye. Dye taps it to Lee. Lee up toward CPA's front line, but it was headed out beautifully there by their defender. Now Dye has it again. Mickey Dye, push. Dubel, that's about the third time, and she gets a card. Yeah, you can't do, she has to go off for I think it's 5 minutes. That's about the third time Dubel has committed a foul, maybe the fifth time. And the referee had that in his head. And in soccer, the referee will remember if you have a couple hard fouls, the next one you're going to get a card. That means a caution. Next 2 of those, and she'll be out of the game and out of the next game. So, yeah, 2 yellows equals a red, or you can get a straight red if you do something really egregious. So coming in for CCS looks like it's Balch, 15. Taken by Howell. The kick is up toward the box. But played out nicely by CCS. They're good in the air, and they're good on defense in the air, too. They're stingy on defense, as is CPA. That's why it's 0-0. Both teams are really, really well coached and well versed in defense. Under 29 minutes now. State semifinal. A berth in the state title game on the line right here. Wegner. Down the line, looking for Andrus, but it wasn't to be. Ball still in bounds, yes. Now it goes out. Lions throw in. Another sub coming in momentarily for CCS. Myers to Lee. Lee to the midfield to Dye. Dye turns toward Ball. Ball taps it to Andrus. Good play right here for CPA. There's a little wall pass, but she can't get there, I don't think. Well, good job That time by Marshall for CCS. Here's Smith to throw. Looking for ball. Ball defended very well. Now, nice pass, though, into Conley. Conley keeps it moving across the middle to Wampler, but it's headed out. Conley trying to fight for it. Nice job there by Wampler. Dye has it. Will she shoot? Nice pass to Andrus. Andrus with a shot just off the left side of the goal. Good chance right there. Nice pass from Wampler to Dye, and from Dye through to Andrus, who had a chance, but her shot was not quite on target. Not quite on frame right there. Goal kick coming. Sub. Who came back in? I didn't see, but looks like Jingala went out, number 1. Goal kick. 27.5 to go in the half. Conley fighting for it. Uh-oh. Taken there by CCS. Headed the back of her head by Lee, but now here comes CCS's Hannah Henry with a long through pass. But I think, well, she's there. It's still in. Kept in. Jomo defending over there. And she's able to play it out for a throw in for the Chargers. It's maybe Rubello, number 5 in the game. Well, I can't see that far. No, actually, I can't tell. She's crossing it right now. It is Rubello, I think, number 5. She wins a corner kick. So dangerous chance here. 26.5 to go, second half. Lions locked in a struggle right here with Chattanooga Christian. Sun right now will be in the kicker's eyes. Not a factor for Meredith, I don't think. Left-footed in-swinging kick headed by Lee over the goal. Another corner, this time from the other side. Well, this one actually may be trouble for Meredith. The sun is coming from that general direction now on this side of the field. So we'll see if that affects her at all. 26 minutes now, just under 26 minutes. Probably the best 2 chances of the game right now for CCS have been on these corner kicks so far. This will be a left-footed out-swinging kick taken by number 12, Ellie Henry. Here it comes. Danger, 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 danger. It's still loose in the box, headed on. Down goes Roman. Out, Wegner kicks it out, clears it out toward Andrus. Maddie will get it up the field. There's ball. Can she win? Played out by Sullivan. Well, that time Roman had to be tested, and there was a point-blank shot or 2. It was cleared out by Kara Wegner, the freshman. Referee saying to the fans now to get back off the side, back behind those orange cones that are set up down there. 25-10. So now both teams have had some chances. A flurry right there for the Chargers. Lions trying to counter. Throwing down the line, looking for Andrus. Played away by Sarah Farlett. They'll be back to ball. Ball to Andrus. Off her out of bounds. Solid D by Sarah Marshall. These teams appear to be very evenly matched. Obviously, it's 0-0. They both have strong defensive back fours. And both have had some chances on offense, but CPA just hasn't been able to cash in on there. I think CPA is a little bit the stronger in terms of today's run of play, but they can't point to the scoreboard and say it's paid off yet. 24.5 to go. Winner plays Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central. Televised live on the same network you're on right now. Ball with a cross to Stone. The keeper able to come get it. Wegner was in the area for CPA, but she couldn't get to that one. And good job by Ellen Stone. Flicked on the header there by CCS, but nice job by Jomo to step through on Vanoy. Played up. Can Wegner win it? She does. Wegner goes through the legs, but nice recovery right there, that time by Jolly. Jomo trying. Out of bounds. That will go, I think, yes, CPA throw-in coming up. Sub coming in for the Lions. It is Mickey Dye back in the game for Curtis. 23-30. We played 56.5 minutes of the 80 scheduled for this regulation. Overtime, once again, would be 2 10-minute halves where you play all of them, and then 2 5s that are golden goal. If you score in those periods, you win automatically, instantly. CPA's bench trying to get their team fired up. There's a lot of energy over there by the players who are subs. Push coming down, and that's going to be, I think, a foul against, oh my goodness, a card given to Wegner that time? I thought she got pushed herself. I think maybe that looked like it was not much from this angle. But call goes against Kara. I thought maybe she was the one who got pushed, but the referee thought the other direction. So that's a card, and Wegner goes out. In will come McCullough. And Kara has to sit for a few minutes. I think maybe 5 minutes. That's 1 card per team now awarded so far, 1 yellow each. 1 to Dubel for CCS and 1 to Wegner for CPA. Here the ball is cut off by Mary Morgan Smith and then Jomo. 22 and a half. McCullough up toward Andrus. Can she get there? It is controlled. Andrus steps into it, though. Gets a foot on it, but it will be Stone picking it up, no problem for Ellen. Both these teams with more than 10, I think, shutouts on the season. Lions have 14 shutouts. I think CCS has in the neighborhood of 11. So they're both stingy. They don't give up many goals. Dye throwing in toward Wampler. Over the head that time of Farlett. Out of bounds, left-footed. CCS. CPA has got to cash in on a chance here soon. 21-50. Remaining second half. They've had chances. They just got to get one in the back of the net. That would be an obvious statement, but right now it's just frustration on the Lions trying to get one in. Ball off. She'll win the corner. She will, yes, win a corner. Good job by Livia there to play the ball off of the foot of Sarah Farlett and win the corner. Here comes Howell to take it. Now this is where the Lions scored last Thursday night in overtime against White House to get the first goal. And they scored yesterday here, so we'll see what they do. Howell going to go across the middle, I think. Yes, she will. It's in the air, headed on, nobody. Stepping through, Connolly will be called for a foul right there. She tried to head it, but I think maybe she put her shoulder down into the other player, at least according to the referee. So, free kick awarded to CCS. Under 21 minutes now in the second half. Goal kick is played out. Dye is pressuring there on Summit. Out of bounds there off the foot of Sarah Farlett. To Ball. Ball. Trying to control. Ball. Looking for help. Goes all the way back to Lee. Lee across to McCullough. Taps it. Yeah, can't quite get a good touch on that. The first touch was a little bit ambitious. But McCullough not going to give up on it, though. Good job by McCullough. Mallory is able to go and create a deflection out of bounds. Someone screamed out there. Someone on the sideline, probably Maggie. Somebody on the side. There's a lot of excited teammates over there. Now back in comes Curtis, and out goes Andrus. 20 minutes just about to go. We've played 60. Lions have got the momentum, but no goals. CCS playing outstanding defense. McCullough heads it. Curtis comes on. Curtis has the ball. Curtis, will she cross? Curtis will cross it. Who's there? Good job by Stone to get up on that one and ricochet it up into the air, make the catch. Are we good on camera? All right. All right. Subs coming in. Wegner back in after that yellow card she got called for. Ball goes out. And for CCS back in, well, it looks like it might be Rachel Farlett for the first time, the sophomore. Out goes Kendra Jolly. So it will be what? Just nothing but a punt coming up here. 19:30. That's odd that they that they had subs on maybe somebody was hurt. I think somebody was injured. Anyway, yeah, Jolly is hurt. That's what she went out hurt. that's why the referee stopped things with a punt. Okay, 19:30. No score. Big game, obviously. Here comes McCullough, Mallory McCullough. And we play it out. No, played towards Stone. He'll pick it up. Good job by McCullough to hustle through. Winner takes on either CAK or White House in the state title game Saturday. Might have been a foul right there, not called. Mary Morgan Smith trying to win that ball. Howell tries to win it. Still fighting for it is Howell. Nice job by Michaela. Freshman, outstanding. Plays with the maturity of a much older player. That runs in the family. Parker Howell also, young guy playing very maturely for CPA basketball. Nice tackle right there by Conley. Die. It's there. It's in bounds, but no one's near it for CPA. McCullough and Wegner couldn't quite get aren't quite that fast. 18:30. Punt is much shorter this time by Stone. Wegner heads it. Who wants this one, guys? That's the question right now. Who wants to win this game? It's gut check time for both teams. Here is Smith to Wegner. Wegner, nice touch right there to control it. Well, at first, now here she is. She has the ball. Wegner up toward McCullough. McCullough, senior, will be out of bounds before she touched it. Okay, throw in for CPA. Lions, good mix of young and older players on the roster. 4 freshmen, we talked about them a lot. McCullough, one of the seniors. She crosses it to the right. Will it be her moment today to be a senior leader for CPA and make something good happen? Other seniors, Meredith Roman, Lindsey Curtis, Mason Wampler, Mallory I mentioned, Mary Morgan Smith, Michaela Lee. That's it. Will one of those seniors make their career into a memorable one? Let's hope so. McCullough's playing forward right now, along with Wegner. Lions have Dye now playing right back, as Mary Morgan has gone out, at least temporarily. Is that right? No, she's on the left side. My bad. It's Jomo. I can't tell what's happening. Anyway, the back line looks a little bit different. Or maybe Dye is just tracking back. We'll see. Here it is. Cross toward Wegner. Wegner can't control it. But Conley to Wegner. All the way across to Curtis. Curtis. Here we go, Curtis. Curtis down the line. Curtis will cross it. Anybody there? No. Under the foot of a defender, that time Farlett to Wegner. Wegner back to Dye. Dye, somebody coming on quickly. It's Brock controlling. Dye now to Conley. Conley across the middle looking for Howell. Will she shoot? She will. Maybe Howell's playing midfield right now. That may be the thing that's different. Yes, Howell's playing up in the midfield. They've got her a little more of an attacking role and maybe try to use some of that power to get a shot off. Wampler. Wampler has the ball in the box. Wampler shoots it right to Ellen Stone right there, though. Bad angle on the shot, but why not? Take a crack at it. Clock now 16 minutes flat. Nail biter? Yes. 0-0. White House is here. I think also CAK. Their game may have to wait if this one's still tied here. Their game is scheduled to take for a 6:30 start. Right now it's 5:15, so there's plenty of time. Chargers control it. Howell cuts it off, playing that midfielder spot right now. Here's Curtis. Curtis up toward McCullough, but it's stepped through beautifully by the defender. That time Sullivan. Ball pinballs out, 15:20 on the clock. Second half. Who wants to win this game? Kara Wegner has it now. Wegner, her touch is a little bit too strong, though, and the ball is played up all the way to Roman. Not really a shot, but Roman. Punt goes to not quite midfield. Pinballs around there. Wampler, Howell fighting for it with Curtis. Curtis emerges with it. Back to Mary Morgan Smith, who's up to McCullough. McCullough tries to get a head on it. Can't quite flick it on there. Howell wins it, though. Howell looking for Curtis on the wing. Can she get there? Not quite. Sarah Farlett was able to cut it off. Lindsay, though, had this one. Lindsay, can she get there? Lindsay Sullivan will chase. It will roll out of bounds for a deep throw in. Maybe CPA can press in here and keep the Chargers down in their defensive third. We'll see. 14-25. Same kind of game as last year. In the same day, the semifinal game, it was a low-scoring affair. Nobody scored until we got to PKs. Anders comes back in. Out goes McCullough. Good job by Mallory to put some pressure on the goal. She played well in that stint. Maybe Maddie has some fresh legs here. She has the ball. Maddie Andrus. Curtis has it. Curtis cutting inside. Curtis down the line. Curtis will cross it up in the air. Wagner scores! Carol Wagner with a header goal off the beautiful cross by Lindsay Curtis. What a play! Curtis crosses. Wagner puts it in the net. Beautiful goal for the Lions. They get that one. Finally, they cash in, and they go up 1-0 with 13:53 remaining in the second half. Crowd erupting, as you would expect down here. CPA fans are ecstatic, no question. CCS certainly not out of it. Long way to go. 13:40 remaining in this game. But CPA finally, what a play that time. Curtis able to pull that ball up in the air to the freshman. So senior to freshman, Curtis to Wagner. Wagner with the header and makes it to the left side of the goal on the ground. Nothing Stone could do that time. Beautiful play. Lions, 13-15 away from the state championship game for the second year in a row. Can they hold on here or even score again? Goal kick coming up for the Chargers. Chargers 16-4-4 on the season. CPA 19-2-2 going for their 20th win today. Jomo will throw it in. To Wampler. Wampler gets a little bit ahead on it. Off the foot of Andrus, out of bounds. 12:40. CPA gets a goal just when they had to have one. Wampler. Ball still up in the air. Andrus has it now. Maddie inside, but it'll be picked up by Stone, the keeper. Ellen Stone. Can she bring her team back? The punt goes toward Brock over here on the left side. Brock defended by Dye. Brock will drop it back to Ellie Henry. Now Dye taps it over back to Mary Morgan in the middle. Mary Morgan will head it. That goes to CCS, though. Dangerous trouble right here for Lions. Can they head it out? Well, not yet. Still trouble. Still trouble. Dye clears it, though. Nice job by Mickey. Andrus drops it back to Conley, but out of bounds. Intended for Wagner that time on the pass. 11:40. Lions 1-0. Trying to get back to the state title game for year number 2 here. AAA. Good play by Lee to clear. Up to Olivia Ball. Ball has it with Andrus. They have numbers. Ball still has it. Ball carrying. Ball will cut it back inside. She'll cross. No, cut off. Good defensive play right there by Sarah Marshall. But Dye is still here on the defensive side to cut it off. Here comes CCS now. Numbers about even. Going outside. Cut off by Myers. Nicely done by Jomo. Great play by Joy Morgan. Olivia inside to Wampler. Well, that was a wall pass intended for Olivia Ball, but she wasn't quite able to catch up. That's okay. Clock is running. Just under 11 minutes now remaining. Lions trying to hang in here. I don't want to hang in. They want to score some more goals, actually. That'd be better. Even better. Winner takes on Christian Academy defending state champion or White House upstart. First time here for White House. And they certainly are upset-minded tonight. And they're taking on CAK at 6:30. 6:30 Eastern time. 10-18. Anders fighting for it there, but it's cleared out by CCS. Wagner trying to control. She will. Wegner. Yeah, nice pass to Wampler. Wampler going to shield it away. Wampler cross toward Howell, who's playing like a holding midfielder position right now, not playing on the back line at the moment. Wegner out of bounds by Brock. CCS fighting for their postseason lives. CPA has had the better of things overall today, and they finally got something to show for it with that beautiful goal. Wegner trying to cross it. It will bounce out of bounds. Good hustle there by Anders trying to save it in, but not quite. So we said about 10 times today we've seen Lindsay Curtis got on that left wing. That time she was able to put the cross across in a beautiful position away from the keeper where Wegner came through and got her head into it with a lot of power and into the left side of the goal. Textbook goal. That's going to be a foul called against Mary Morgan Smith, playing against Hannah Henry that time, and no question it was a trip. 9 minutes and counting, and CPA's chance to go back to the final. Left-footed kick down toward the box. Howell clears it out. Back in, though, by Sarah Farlett. Out of bounds. Lions have it. We'll see if Brandy will start maybe subbing a little bit to slow the game down a bit. Curtis will come back in momentarily, looks like. And Chargers, no subs, at least standing in the middle yet. Jomo, throw in, out of bounds off of, well, they're going to say, yeah, off of Andrus that time. Yes, Curtis will come back in. 8-13. At some point, you might see CPA take that ball down the corner and just try to hold it and shield the CCS players off of it and make them kick it out. That's a strategy you can use if you want the clock to run when you're ahead in a game. Play the ball into the corners and just let the clock run until they are able to either regain possession from you or kick it out for a throw-in for you. Jomo down the line to Andrus. Andrus has the ball. Andrus now to Curtis. Curtis, she'll shoot left-footed. Just off to the left side of the goal. Hits the netting on the outside. Nice play right there, Curtis, with a shot. The senior got a strong left foot. And that time, just not quite on frame. Goal kick taken, saved in. No, out of bounds, off of CCS. 7:20. Lions trying to hang on. They may score another one. Here's Andrus with a header. Andrus cleared away, though. Mickey Dye, who's playing defender right now, up to Howell. Howell, Curtis, back to Howell. Under 7 minutes now. Olivia Ball has to go out of bounds off of her. No subs right now. Wouldn't it be wild if there was a rematch? CPA against White House in the final would be quite a rematch of the region final from last week. Would be interesting to see it here at State. Jomo plays it way up in the air. Crowd chanting, here we go Lions, and here goes Olivia Ball. Olivia's a step ahead. She may go in the corner. She'll cut it back in. Cross over toward Wegner. Wegner, another chance for a header. Not quite able to get that one. Wegner, though, speedy, recovers. Well, what's she going to do? Trying to play it inside. That would have been better off there maybe to shield off and let time run. 6:15, who knows? Good cross that time by Ball. A little bit too far, or Wegner couldn't get it. Now Wegner has the ball back. Wegner will bring it down into the middle. Wampler, nope. Off of Allie Sullivan, out of bounds. 6 minutes now, under 6. Header toward Andrus. Andrus has it. She'll cross it. Yes, beautiful cross. Who's there? Sullivan's there. She clears. Dye. Wampler. Wegner. Wampler. Oh, nice little move right there over to Howell. Howell, what's she going to do? Well, back to Jomo, but it's cut off and by Emily Rebello. No, take that back. Actually, it's Allie Vanoy. 5:20. CPA is attempting to salt this one away, as they say. Lions are playing though like they're tied again. That's interesting. Their strategy. They're not really taking the throttle off right now. Lions are just trying to score another one. Why not? Here it is. Wagner. Wagner steps through. Wagner, nice touch. Wagner has the ball. Wagner in the box. Wagner can't shoot, and she'll get called for the foul. She's called for a push. Referee shaking his head, saying, no, you can't do that. I don't know much. I didn't see much there actually. That's equivalent to almost like a player control foul in basketball, where maybe Wagner got, pushed a little bit, did a little pushing on the defender, but I didn't see much there. Either way, referee didn't like it, called it. 4:30 now on the clock. Vanoy fighting for it, but Jomo wins it. It's up in the air. Down, deep, out of bounds, throw in coming. Taken by Farlett there, Sarah. Sullivan trying to play it up, but Wagner wins. Wagner steps through. Wagner. Kara back. It's Dye. 3:58 now under 4. Dye will go into the corner. Maybe she'll just go and see what she can. If she can stop it, she will. This is going to be one of those, I'm going to shield you as long as I can. And make you kick it out. Throw in will be CPA's. Yep. Fans don't like that one for CCS. That's a good strategy, though, if you're a soccer team. Let the clock run. Why not? 3.5 to go. Dye will do the same thing. No, that was offside, actually. Yeah, that was an offside pass from Dye to Wagner. And so it'll be a free kick taken. 3:10 to go. CPA up 1, trying to hang it on. Dye plays it up, down the line toward Andrus. Watch this, they're going to try to stall some more here. Well, that'll be out of bounds for a goal kick. Under 3. Lions, 6 consecutive state tournaments. This could be their second straight title run and their third title game, rather, and their third total, headed by Curtis. Trouble in the box. Andrus, can she win the ball? No. 2:30. Ball up to Olivia. Now to Curtis. Ball. Sullivan plays it out, though. Good job by Mary Morgan to step through it. Still alive, though, and still controlled by CCS. Over to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to get something going for her team right now. Brock is up there on the front line. They got several players forward, but there is who else? Wampler. Now maybe numbers for CPA. Ball. Olivia Ball on a run. Into the corner. Will she go? I think she might go over there and just hold it. Yes. Well, one back, though. And now they'll do the same thing. That time is played out of bounds. Can't argue with that strategy. It's working. Under 2 minutes to go. Throw in. Taken. Ball still in play. 140. Goal kick. CPA. I think TCS will send everybody forward now. They probably have to at this point. 1.5 minutes to go. That's official time on the scoreboard. Long. Well, the goal kick is taken. Curtis, though, to Ball. Ball to Curtis. Curtis will go to the corner again. Yep. Curtis will just hold it right there off the. Well, she'll lose control. Curtis tried to hold it on the flag, but lost it out of bounds. Easier said than done sometimes. Most important thing, clock running, though. 1:05 to go. It's in play, but it's Andrus who has it. Andrus to Ball. Under 1 minute to go. Out of bounds, throw in for CCS. Here comes Jomo to cut that one off. Throw in again for CCS, number 6, Vanoy. Hope you're out there enjoying this one. Lions lead with 40 seconds remaining, 1-0. Here comes CCS with a chance. Michaela Lee clears it up high, headed on by CCS. Lee heads it beautifully. It's still alive, 28 seconds remaining. Curtis off of CCS, throw in Lions. 20 seconds to go. You can smell it. You can feel it. You can almost taste it. 15 seconds. This game is going to end. CPA is going back to the state championship game on Saturday. 2, 1, fans count it down. CPA has won the semifinal game. Here comes Meredith Roman. Yes, Meredith Roman rushing up to embrace her teammates. And we will zoom in on that celebration. There we go, yeah. Lions will then come over to probably get some love from the students and parents who've come down to Chattanooga, making the 2-hour drive. First, they're going to shake hands. CCS obviously not as excited right now. Their season comes to an end at 16-5-4. And yes, they are shaking hands at midfield. Obviously, you're disappointed. CCS, there's going to be some tears out there, especially for the seniors who are done. And they have a bunch of seniors on their squad. I count 8 seniors on their roster. So those 8 players' high school careers have come to an end. And there you see Mr. Morrow down there high-fiving. Mr. Anderson's in that mix somewhere, I think. Here come the Lions over to see the crowd and say thanks to the parents. It's one of those soccer traditions where they like to come over and either get some high fives or at least just come over to the touch line and then run back. And you see Coach Jay Wilkinson there with his camera. So what a day. Lions get that goal when they need it. Just about 11 minutes to go. Or actually, it was 13 minutes to go. I think CPA got that goal. Lindsey Curtis with a cross. Kara Wegner with the finish off the head into the net. It's actually appropriate. You think about it. It's senior Curtis to freshman Wegner, and that really is kind of emblematic of this team. It's made up of a lot of senior leadership, but also a lot of freshman youth. So it's certainly appropriate that they would meet up on that winning goal to put the Lions ahead 1-0, and then they would go on to capture the victory. So, very quick summary. Lions win 1-0. They will play the winner of the next game, which is Christian Academy of Knoxville taking on White House. That game will be at 6:30 Eastern time. So we'll know later tonight who CPA plays. Doesn't matter either way. They're going to play at 11 a.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Central on Saturday at GPS right here in Chattanooga. And the Lions will compete for the state title. It will be televised live on the TSSAA network. So you go to TSSAA network.com and you look for it'll be on the homepage. You'll see an option to click on it and watch the game on Saturday morning. It'll say the team names by then, and you click on it, you can watch it live. Well, gosh, how do we sum this up other than say what a great season it's been? We are done with our broadcast for girls soccer. Basketball starts not too long. We want to mention, of course, there's a bonfire tonight, 7:30 to 9:30 at the school. So come on out for that. There's a huge bonfire going to be planned, celebrate football, soccer, cross country, etc. And then tomorrow, the high school houses are having a tailgate competition at 5 o'clock behind the high school. So come check that out. And, of course, football game at 7 o'clock, CPA hosting Good Pasture in the playoffs, first round of the playoffs. So CPA has a chance to host the Cougars out of Good Pasture. And big special thing going on tomorrow night is we have a guest band, marching band, Stratford High School. Their marching band is going to be with us tomorrow night. Our guest and the guest of CPA band leader Max Fullwider, thanks to some special parents and some friends making it possible. So Stratford's coming over. They're going to march. They're going to do the national anthem with our band. They're going to play at halftime. It's going to be awesome. So come on out. It's $8 per ticket, and CPA season passes are not valid for playoff games. So bring cash, buy a ticket, come on in, enjoy the game, and we will see you there. That game will be televised also online on the Play On Sports Network. So look at playonsports.com or TSSAA and you'll see the link to the CPA Good Pasture game. We'll bring that broadcast to you at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Once again, congratulations to CPA. Lions go on to the final. And thanks to Mitch King, Harrison King, John Newman for helping us on the broadcast. This is Phil Newman signing off and saying good night, and we'll see you back at the Academy really soon.